But that's always when the PBs hit you, I guess. It's never at the end of a long session. When has anyone ever PB'd after 2 hours or whatever, you know? 446? Dude, if I had a 446 right now, doesn't that make me third? That would have been crazy. Man.
Good. Oh, we know, but heck, how do you? Whatever you.
Finally, sub 5, still slower than Armin. Monka. You should get one now. What, a PB? I should play Stranded Isle. I was thinking about this earlier. The only problem I have right now is that I am actually, like, wearing myself thin by playing so many games. It's bad. Back to the mines. The children yearn for the mines.
Here comes Heat Blast. Is it hot in here, or is it just me? Didn't see me coming.
But I think, like, after taking a year to, like... Because I did, like... After sub-5ing, which was, like, what, November of 2022? Was it 2020? No, it was 2021, was it? When did I sub-5? It was 2022. In, like, November, right? 2022. It was, like, November. After, like... so after that, I barely speedrun anything.
Who wants a BBQ monster for dinner?
Because I think November 22 was still like, I was playing Yonoid 2 then as well. And that was like the last thing I speedran before I got like back into this game. Basically my point is like, after taking that break and just like playing Smash, I kind of like realized that like Smash is fun, but speedrunning's like what I want to do. As a gamer, it's my gaming thing. So, I mean, right now I'm on Ben 10, but like hopefully, when I move on from Ben 10, I'm gonna move on to another speed game and not move on to like doing any other random shit. That's my hope. I don't know how I'll feel when I like stop playing this game. I think you can absolutely play more than one game at a time. Like, I could be grinding this and Stranded Isle at the same time. It's just like... I've never, like, grinded 2 games at the same time, really. Except when it was, like, OSC stuff. But that barely counts, because when I was doing OSC games every month, like, I didn't get good times. I just learned the route and then, like, ran with it. So... In fact, I'm pretty sure, like, some of them were just casual playthroughs that I posted on YouTube. But, like, which one was it? It was like, it was like an FPS game or something. I literally just, like, pirated it. I played the game. It was like a really shitty run. And the mod on speedrun.com messaged me and was like, yo, thanks for playing the game. Like, nobody speedruns this. And I was like, I feel your pain, but man, I'm never gonna touch this game again. I'm never gonna play this game, dude. I don't think I could do 2 at once. Yeah, I mean, imagine... I don't know. I think... It would be hard to, like, put all of your effort into one thing. But if you were, like... Say this. If you were, like, grinding... like Tori or Stranded Isle or something while you were learning a different game, but not necessarily like doing runs, I think that's a lot more manageable than trying to like PB in 2 games at once. I think that's like a pretty good thing to do. It depends, like, a lot of runs you can learn in, like, an afternoon. Like, it's not gonna take you long to learn Tori 2 or anything. And even, like, hour-long runs, like, I don't know, this game you could probably learn in, like, an afternoon, but, like, a long afternoon. Because it definitely takes a few... Like, it takes like 3 hours to watch my tutorial, so it can't be that fast, but... But I don't think this game's that hard to learn. It's just hard to, like, get good at. Because a lot of the time save is in, like, niche movement and, like, combat stuff that you just kind of get through experience, and you can't necessarily teach that. Because there's so many things that, like, just come naturally after playing the game for a while that, like, I couldn't put it all in a video, probably. I could try to do, like, a combat guide. It's one of those things I did with Tokobot where, like, I made a guide to all the bosses. Like, my first edited video or something. The editing in that is really bad. I made a guide to all the bosses, where I basically just, like, played through the game. Obviously, I cut out the bits in between because that would be stupid. I just, like, played through the game, I played every boss, and then I, like, chatted about, like, my approach to fighting all of them. And I think it generally gets the point across, but if you watch that video and then just, like, try to do the bosses, you're still gonna be shit at it. Like, you might have a better idea of what to do, but you're not gonna be, like, suddenly able to speedrun the boss fights. Boss rush in Tokobot Plus would be cool. They should have added that. Maybe in the remaster, which is definitely coming. Copium.
Could you go
I remember we got trolled. Koei Tecmo put in a trademark for Karakuri Upgrade and Karakuri Edition in Japan, and in Japanese the name for Tokobot is Karakuri, so you think like, oh shit, they're making a new, because it was Koei Tecmo that made, well, it was Tecmo who made it and then the merger, but like, you know, they own Tokobot, they could make a Tokobot remaster or whatever. They didn't, they made a DLC for a different game that was called Karakuri, and Karakuri Edition is like the version of the game that comes with that DLC. And Karakuri Upgrade is the DLC that, like, when you add it on to the base game. So it was just, they trolled us. Like, they didn't have to call it that. They could have called it, like, anything else. But they knew. They knew what they were doing. I remember going in the Koei Tecmo Discord server and being like, anyone remember Tokobot Plus? Not a single person. Everyone there was for, like, Dynasty Warriors or something. Did they make that game? I don't know. But the point is, they were all there for something that was not what I was there for. Sad. But we've got our own little niche internet community, you know? We've got the Tokobot Discord server. I think that's still on my Twitch About page, so maybe look for that. I don't know. If you're watching this stream and that Tokobot game sounds interesting, it's pretty cool. One day I will run Tokobot. I believe you. I actually do believe you, because you're the, like, I told you to run Stranded Isle and you did. So I believe you. You know how many people have said, hey, run Stranded Isle, and they just never followed up on that idea? Even though it takes like 8 minutes to do your first run. Okay, maybe like 10, but when my PC moves closer to my PS2, I'll run it. Do you mean closer as in like, oh, it's in a different room, or do you mean closer as in like, oh, it's in a different part of the country? I remember we always had this problem when Gramix was playing Tokobot. They like studied in a different place to where they lived, so different room? Okay, this might happen.
This day will be saved in no time. This'll come in handy.
Gwen swag! Melon K4, Gwen champ. like this part of the run. It's fun. It's just like running from place to place. I don't need to worry too much about losing time or saving it. Except when we get to the combat section at the Opera House, then I actually do need to worry about it.
Coming in hot.
Oh, come on. That was stupid. Yeah. You're always, like, zombies are the hardest thing to EBM, because you can't rely on them being in any one place. So,
Hey there.
like, the thing is with zombies is there's so much RNG. It's not just like, oh, it's RNG where they spawn or like when they spawn, and it's not just like, oh, it's RNG like how much materials they drop. It's also RNG like, how am I gonna do EVM on these zombies? Like, it's just ridiculous. Force them to spawn while doing the other tasks? Yeah, that's like, I think one of the like best things you can do to like sub 5 more frequently is exactly that. Force zombies to spawn while you're doing other stuff. And for the most part, the only time I do that is like if I'm mining Jamor, I'll like ladder, but you can do it all the time. You can like, it depends on the map, the seed obviously. But like you can ladder when you're mining stone, you can ladder when you're mining trees. It just depends like what the map looks like. So it's definitely like, it's one of those ways to like make zombie RNG slightly more manageable. But you have to be really good. Like it is hard to ladder efficiently. IMO. I don't know, maybe you'll see it differently since you're so good, but... That's why I only did it with, like, Jamor, because Jamor is super, like, manageable. It's one of those things that you can implement into your gameplay immediately, and you'll never lose time because you laddered, so...
Hex! I should have known he'd be here.
I'd better chase him down. I forgot what I was gonna say. Can't have been that important then. I never got why people said that. People forget important things all the time. The amount of like important phone calls I've forgotten to do, insane.
Next time, not.
Me just casually gold splitting on half of my segments. It's no big deal. See, this is why I think I'm gonna sub-hour eventually. It's like, I just keep getting gold splits in like 5-second long segments. How do you even do that? And I know like, there is an aspect of it where it's like, oh, you're just, you know, human error when you split. But no, that was a real ass time save, like, that was real. But it also kind of relies on the enemies to cooperate with me, so maybe I'm not gonna sub-hour. I think if I get that far, I can reasonably, like, quit the game without anyone taking record. Without, like, a lot of work at least. Like, originally I said, like, I just want to run this game until it's kind of hard to get any % record. I think it's pretty hard at the moment. If you've never, like, played the game, it would take you a long time to learn the run. From learning the run to, like, getting world record, That would take like a lot of work, in my opinion.
And now
But we're still playing it, so...
We only were people.
fuck we I'm a
Remember to split on downtown, because I always forget to split on downtown.
Monsters! Should I give him a head start?
Remember down on split town? Thank you. I fucking hate this section. Oh, I split early as well. That's so bad. Whatever. I fumbled a little bit. I can't lie. I can't lie. Why do you even have a split there? Cause that's like a combat section and this is like a movement section, so I wanted to break it up by like split there. And it's... But as it turns out, I'm just bad at all of the sections, so...
not bad.
What a predicament.
You can.
Oh.
What's that?
Okay.
Yeah. The con.
I'll go check. Right.
Does anyone know what's on top of Spaghetti Mountain?
Anyway, hey Ben. Hello.
You did the lip.
We're the team. Hey there.
Man, I hate the lock-on fucking mechanic. This is so stupid. I'm trying to attack a completely different enemy to the one the game wants me to. That's...
My
Sure.
like, come on. This is another aspect where, like, your skill can only take you so far in this game, because the game will just decide to throw that shit at you, and it's so inconsistent. And the worst part is that it doesn't even tell you. Like, the game will lock on to a specific enemy that you haven't even looked at, and it doesn't have, like, a graphic or anything to tell you that. I may have split a bit early. It doesn't even have like a graphic or anything. It just like... it's very, very irritating. The thing, I do feel like I need to scream sometimes. Not because of this game. Melank. Yeah, sometimes I do feel the urge to scream, but I know it's like inappropriate, so I keep it in. I don't want to disturb the neighbors. See, I need to get some emotes so that so that Ellie's shitposting can become like a real thing. Melon K4 arms. Actually though, having a username that is like 4 syllables is pretty like bad. I should not have those. Are you ready for some huge time save? Because I fucked up this split on both of my last PBs. Because for some reason I'm like bad at this game. Ooh, look at that. 13 seconds. I'm surprised that was a gold, but we take those.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Batty's up ahead. If I was like obscenely wealthy, I would have like a hype man follow me around and just pop off every time I split. Even if the splits are bad. Just every time I actually finish a section without resetting, we'll pop the fuck off.
This'll come in handy.
I'll do that. You're already doing that in chat, to be fair.
How can
I love when it's like possible time save 0.3 seconds and then I save 4 seconds anyway because I'm just good.
Take that.
Sorry for being mean about your Astra tasks. It was pretty funny. Nerd emoji. Oh, there's the time loss. There we go. Oh, there. Oh. Your excuse not to finish it is that the game is too long. No, you did this, Rithen. Maybe if you didn't butt your head in, Ellie would have finished it, but you did this.
Hey, take a look. Whatever.
good shit? Oh,
No. Oh, what happened?
Dude, I'm gonna PB by like 2 seconds and I'm gonna throw my fucking controller. Why do I get time save just to lose it later on in the run? That's so dumb. Okay. So speaking of TASes, I did that SpongeBob TAS and it was really fun. I gotta task more things. I had a very good experience with that. Tassing is fun. Now I gotta get like a Linux distro so I can task Pico games. Arch.
It's time for
There's a way to set it up on Windows? Like in a VM, or does libtask just work on Windows, or? Because I could do a VM, but I don't know if that's what you meant. There was a little while, very bare bones VM that Windows provides natively, right? There was a little while where I was using a VM for my uni work, and then I just decided to use a VPS, because I didn't actually need anything except the fucking terminal anyway. So I just did all my uni work on like Nano, because fuck them. I'll look into that then. If I can do it on Windows without much work, then that would be good. Yeah, fuck Vim. My go-to text editor is Notepad++. And you actually can use that. Anyway, I don't want to talk about my fucking Sublime. Sublime's good. We use that on the, hold on. I've used Sublime on the university PCs. They're running this, like, fucked up Ubuntu install, which doesn't let you change to dark mode, because it has, like, missing privileges on the student profile or whatever. I like Notepad++ because I started using it in high school. I don't have any other reason to use it. Ooh, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be a hella split. Actually, it's not, because my PB split was already good. Okay, but imagine that my PB was a bad split, and then this one will look really good by comparison. Watch me lose time, actually. One thing about being in computing science is you will meet people who are like, you know, daily driver Linux users, and they never shut the fuck up. It's like all of the fucking stereotypes are true. Oh, I use Arch, by the way. Fucking ask. No, but actually, like, there's a guy in my class, and we're friends, like, I don't want to shit talk, but actually, though. Just pop in on Discord and be like, oh, I just set up this fucking Linux thing. Look at my cool Linux thing. I find it kind of endearing, to be honest, but I don't care. Actually, sometimes I do care. I shouldn't be too, like, you know, rude about it. Reading the C language. I fuck with C++ so much, because they taught us using C, and then like in the last 2 weeks they were like, okay, here's C++, and it was like so much easier to do everything. You hate CPP? I love CPP. No! What the fuck?
Let's try that again.
Okay, what the fuck, actually? I have never fucking... What was that?
Forearms is back and
I want to kill myself.
Or four.
What? Let's try that again.
Time for some action.
Had a bad experience. It's good. All my bitches love STD : C out. C# is good. I do like C#. Use C# a lot this year. Made like a, what did we do? We made like AI searches stuff like A-star. We made like a maze thing, and then we wrote like a couple algorithms to solve the maze. And it was really bad because because we well, when we generated mazes over a certain size, it took a really long time because our memory management was really bad. But it was fine. It was fine. I mean, there were people who didn't write anything for that. They just like... Because the actual work that we had to hand in was not the program itself, it was a report about the project. So some people just made up results. And I respect the fuck out of that. C# app the other day to help with tasking a game. Tell me all about it. What game was that? What did your C# app do?
Good.
In one frame, the inputs are processed in a certain order, and the order is kind of arbitrary. Huh. Okay. That does sound weird. Oh, I also love, when I was tasking in Dolphin, it took me like all of 5 minutes to figure out that there's like a 1 frame input delay when you're tasking on Dolphin. So if I like frame advance, it's on the frame after that it actually inputs the thing. Which, I mean, it's unintuitive, but I got used to it. Edit the input file, enforce a specific order, but you need to convert each input to like a code that it uses, right? So you wrote an app that does that.
Don't worry. Penguin, hey Ben, I got time, and you're right. Bye Ben.
This'll come in handy.
All right, I'm sure.
Yes.
Where are we going?
I think that's good. It's a good app. I'm sure it'll be useful to you at some point.
I'll take that.
Of course, there's catching.
Okay, that was kind of bad. For some reason, like 2 of the frogs jumped towards the screen, so I just couldn't see them. And I didn't want to turn the camera, because the camera turns kind of slowly, so it would have been even slower than just like doing it blind. Text assist. Bro! That was the worst thing that could have happened there. The frogs kept jumping in front of me, so I kept picking them up instead.
Yeah. Wait a minute.
Let's get...
In.
Windows only framework for an app to use with libtest. Yeah.
I get.
I didn't even think about that, but yeah.
I love a good fight. Who wants a BBQ'd monster for dinner? Take that!
I swear I once witnessed the boss punch and do damage to one of the, like, enemies, but I have never seen it happen again, so it might be fake news. Okay, we got pretty lucky there and still lost 4 seconds. Like, that was a good boss fight, but... He didn't do the wave attack, which is the worst one. Because the wave attack, like, hits the ground going outwards from where the boss is. So, you basically... you can't avoid it and attack at the same time, which means it's just guaranteed time loss. The other attacks, at least, like... you can avoid them and attack.
How can I? I'll left.
A year ago I would have described this as a game that doesn't have a lot of RNG, but now that I play it, like, the RNG in the combat, it's starting to decide whether I lose 5 seconds or save 5 seconds, which is not the most fun experience, especially when there's a lot of combat in this game. I found out that if you just stand next to Hex, like, it's kind of specific, but also, like, pretty easy to set up. If you just, like, run into Hex and then stand next to him, his health bar just drains. Which works against every enemy, but it's not normally... like, no other enemy has enough health to where you would need to do that, so that's why I haven't noticed it until now. But I think I'm gonna start using that against Hex. I just split really early. Why do I even have splits, man? I mean, I'm gonna try using it against Hex next time I get to Hex. My worry is that if I miss the setup and then he does the laser attack, I'm gonna die. And dying to Hex is like a 10-second time loss, roughly. Because he heals to full health and then you respawn after. And all of that will lose you about 10 seconds. It's not ideal. The laser attack just fucking one-shots you because we don't get any health upgrades. I think it could be pretty good though. Compared to what I've been doing, which is just running into him like 4 times, I think maybe it's like a risk-reward thing, I don't know. It might not be that risky though, I haven't like tested it enough. It might be like super reliable and then I just like start saving time on the final boss, which would be a nice place to save it, you know?
You didn't see that.
Get ready for launch.
Oops. I also split early there.
Here, kitty, kitty.
I'm sitting right next to an open window,
This'll come in handy.
but it's like on a... it's like on a hinge, so it keeps like smacking against the wall when the wind goes by. That's pretty cool. That's a cool feature.
Hold your
Yeah, a bit of time loss on that. That was not my best work. I found out that you can actually equip Diamond Head during the cutscene. Okay, I missed it. But it is possible.
I'm back and ready to dish out the Diamond Head Special, a 24-karat beatdown.
You have to... What you have to do to do it is open the wheel after you press the X button to pick up the thing, and then you have to mash the right D-pad, because you only have like a because as soon as you transform into Diamond Head, the wheel closes again and you can't do it. But you unlock him right before you transform into him. So if you press right D-pad during that small time in between, then it'll add him to your favorites during the cutscene, which is a small time save because you can't move while the ring is open. So if you have to do it after the cutscene, then you're losing time where you could be moving forward. It's gotta save like less than a second, but it's one of those things that like never hurts to go for, so cool little thing I found out. I guess you could do it with forearms as well. I never thought about that. But yeah, everyone else, like, we don't need to do it for.
Well, quick. What all did he swear?
Good to know. What? I should bring this to Astrid. I bet she can help me figure out where this map points.
This might be a 101, because we're 38 seconds ahead. That would put us at like 102 and 2 seconds, roughly. But we could easily like save more time. In fact, we're probably gonna save more time, but we'll see what happens. I would like to save time on the totem split, but totems is hard, so there's some pretty precise parkour we have to do.
I bet.
One of the like endearing things about early Yogscast is when Simon would call parkour maps in Minecraft, he would call them jumping puzzles. And I just like I fucking adore that. Like that kind of language is like sort of unusual but like also very endearing. Bro, come on. That was so bullshit. At least I still saved time, but like, jump up the thing. At this point it kind of comes down to the like trials, because there's so much time to be saved and lost there that it's like nothing really matters until we get there. Because like, oh, I'm 40 seconds ahead, I could easily lose 40 seconds in the Accelerate trial. Equally, I could easily save like, you know, maybe 5 or 10 in the other ones. This is a hard game. I wish I had 2 controllers so that I don't need to play keyboard and mouse. I do have 2 controllers, but one of them, like, it doesn't really like plug in properly, so it doesn't really charge properly. It's like really annoying and awkward.
I'm fine. Let me at him.
Alright, that was pretty good. I could use it with Bluetooth, but like it doesn't charge properly. Like you have to, it has like a charging like dock thing that you have to use because the USB-C port doesn't work and that whole thing.
Oh, hell. The only...
Alright, say hello to Wrath, everybody. He makes his once a run appearance.
Uh-oh. Door.
Won't be seeing them again.
Wait, won't be seeing them again. I feel like I've never heard that one. Thank you, thank you. Roger Craig Smith.
Don't slip up. Baddies up ahead.
There he goes. Batty's up ahead. He's talking about me.
I'm not in.
They add new voice lines every run. Swear to God, like, it's crazy how much time I've spent playing this game, and I just like hear a voice line and I'm like, I swear to God he's never said that before. And to be fair, it makes sense because I do play with the game muted when I do offline runs. So like the streaming is like a unique experience because that's when I actually get to hear the game.
Too bad.
Obviously, I don't have the game muted, it just doesn't go to my
This'll
headset.
come in handy.
I still record the audio on OBS, because, like, recording runs with no audio is, like, not the thing to do, necessarily, but... Czar? Yeah, well, the thing is, I'm usually watching a video or listening to music or whatever, sort of like podcast, maybe. Czar sub-5ing without audio is like peak cheater allegations. No audio, no timer. Blindfolded. Czar getting ready to PB in Stranded Isle, and then it's just a picture of him like stepping into a sensory deprivation chamber. If he can perceive the game, he's not PBing. I think that would help. I guess maybe it would help with your nerves, right? Because it's gotta be relaxing. I've never been in a sensory deprivation chamber, so maybe I'm like grossly misunderstanding, but they look kind of relaxing. Who's that guy? There was like a YouTuber who made a video about it. And I just, the whole time was like, damn, that looks like chill. You get some like music on, I know that kind of defeats the purpose, but you get some like music on, you're just floating there in the salt water. I feel like that's a vibe.
Monsters. Should I give them a head start?
I'm just dreading the Accelerate trial, because I know it's gonna be like the shittiest thing ever. Okay, possible time save 12 seconds. So if I get first try accelerate jump, then I think that's time save. If I get it second try, I'm probably going even. Everything else is time loss. Let's just not worry about it. I hate this fucking jump. Recently it's been the second jump that's been giving me more trouble than the first, which is really fucking annoying because it used to be the opposite. Oh wow, that was not even close. Okay. Like, what was that? Okay, we're good, we're good. I think that's probably, like, even with PB. But at least we didn't, like, fail it. I missed the jump, like, once, but I also didn't fall all the way down, so... Yeah, we're chilling. I might be able to save some time on combat. I don't remember how that went in my PB, so... Yeah, hopefully we're gonna PB here. That's like the major run killer at this point. There's not much else where I think the whole run is in jeopardy. We could still lose time, obviously, but like... I feel pretty good about finishing the run at least. If you're wondering why I started using the power bars there, it's because if you press the pause button too early, once you get to this combat area, it's not like a soft lock, because it goes away, but the game, like, the pause menu, like, gets frozen, and you lose time. And I don't know why this game's just like that. We're gonna not worry about it. Okay, that was okay, I mean... Yeah, pretty much even with PB. Minus 0.4 is basically nothing. But yeah, like, stuff like pausing there, just like freezing the menu, like, that's something that you will get to the end of your run and lose like 5 or 6 seconds to, just because you've never seen it before. And then like, you never make that mistake again, but it's shit that that's even like a thing. Like, every game has surprise time losses, but stuff where like, the game just breaks for no reason is like really dumb. And this game's full of stuff like that. Remember when my game soft locked because I picked up a thing too early?
Baddies up ahead.
I'm just trying to go fast. Baddies up ahead.
Gotcha.
Watch out. Baddies up ahead. Roger Craig Smith is such a fucking Chad.
Just skating by. Gotcha.
Casually voices Diamond Head. Baddies up ahead.
Sliding on in.
Ever since I learned that it's Roger Craig Smith, I can't help but hear like the Sonic in his voice.
Smooth sailing.
It's definitely there. They're both blue, so it makes sense. You know when you're hanging out with someone and you say something that's like kind of funny, but they find it like way funnier than it really is? How do you like navigate that situation? You can't just say like shut the fuck up, but also like it's not that funny. It just popped into my head. This is gonna be like barely sub 102 if I don't fuck up at all. haven't labbed out that situation. It's fine. They should update this game and and unlock all aliens. They should patch that so that it works the whole game instead of just at the beginning. That would be so cool. They should patch in time save so I don't need to like look for it.
What's that in the distance? Monsters?
Monsters? You're telling me there's monsters?
Monsters! Over there!
Monsters! Oh no, this guy's an elite. Okay, that's just time loss. I love when I lose time because of RNG. It's actually one of my favorite ways to lose time. To be fair, I've been that person, like, laughing a lot more than the other person at a joke. But, like, I don't know, I have, like, a good sense of humor, so it's fine.
Yeah!
Like, okay, yeah, this is... We're gonna cut it close with this run, I think, to get 101. I mean, we're not cutting it.
This works.
Yeah, you know what? I don't know. Maybe it won't be 101. Let's not worry about it. That's for future Lily to pop off about. Let's just enjoy the friends we made along the way, right?
Kapow!
Kapow.
You know.
Alien.
Okay. Nah, there's no way we 101. This looks hard.
Bend to my will, physical world.
I only gotta save 2 seconds. But that means I have to lose 0 seconds. It's kinda hard.
Hey, monsters nearby.
Oh, just my luck. The fucking flying anime spawns as an elite anime. Oh, I fell as well. That's really cool. She's a choker. How did I lose that much time though? Like, that's crazy. It's time save for the next run, I guess.
I ran circles around.
Oh, what are you doing? Oh, see, it didn't work. Dude, what was that? That was fucking
Of
terrible.
all 4 crystals at my fingertips, how can I be defeated
Yeah,
by a puny
GG's.
child?
It's still a PB, absolutely, but it's not what I wanted.
Monsters! Should I give him a head start?
If you go far enough on the right here, you can't get hit by any of the fireballs. You can do it on the left as well. Now, it feels bad to choke it during the final fight as well.
It's hero time.
Do not kill me. Alright. 102.15.
Tennyson, this is not the end.
Alright,
I will
with that.
become the most powerful magician this world has ever seen. And if not, at least I'll be ruining your vacations.
Yep, GG's.
Actually, I saw all of Strudelbeck